morning, everyone. It's a little after 8:15 in the morning. Already pretty warm up here. Probably look a little flushed. Went for a walk this morning, as I usually do, and I think I'm gonna have to bump that up a little earlier because by the time where you're out, already nice and sunny, and by the time I get back, it's just bleh. Awful. I do not do well. I don't function well in the heat. So I'm going to have to rethink my schedule a little bit. If I do start doing the walking thing a little earlier, that probably would mean that I would probably get started streaming earlier as well. Today we're back in Turnup's plot. Figured we'll do some more work in this little house here. I'm really not sure what all I still want to add. I mean, I have ideas. I wrote down a bunch of things. If you hear a lot of machinery, that's I've got my window open to try and help get some air circulating through here. So there's a bit of traffic this morning, and of course we got the farmer across the street doing a lot of I don't know, pickups and deliveries from some of the local vendors and stuff. So if you hear some of that, I apologize if it's really coming through on the stream. It's just if I close up the windows, it would just become a sauna up here. It's already really pretty toasty, but it's tolerable. So anyway, I did do some crafting earlier this morning before my walk, so I've got a lot of extra little doodads to play around with, so I'll be testing out different things. Only thing that I did yesterday, because yesterday was housing tours mostly, was I kind of tried to see about working with kind of plugging up this area here a bit. Pardon me. I don't know if I'm happy with that. I may end up just leaving it open itself. It just feels weird leaving it with the wall kind of gapped like that. And of course I had to shrink down the little triangle piece to get it so it doesn't show its line on the wall. It's already there. I guess we'll go ahead and start with that just to get that sorted. So we probably need 7 more of the triangle exile pieces. Oops. I do that. Reload UI. I always forget to do that. Once in a blue moon, you come in and you don't have to do it, and I guess when that happens, I tend to forget that if it's not your own plot, if you're just a roommate to the plot, that often the controls don't want to cooperate until you do a reload UI. I don't know why it's that way. It just happens to be that way, so. And I gotta say, yesterday was pretty fun. I had a lot of extra visitors to the stream yesterday, which was interesting and nice. I suspect it had mostly to do with the fact that the maintenance was going on, and there were some people that were caught that they couldn't log in when they wanted to come into the game, and they were left looking for some way to get their WildStar fixed. So I happened to get a lot of curious visitors that I normally probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise. but I appreciated the traffic. It was certainly kept the chat going pretty good. And I did end up with a few new followers, so that was appreciated as well. Now, as I mentioned yesterday in the stream, this is a new month, so that means there's a new CBDC to work on, and tentatively I'm anticipating that I will be building some kind of a monument or some such that will represent our guild leader. The idea is we're supposed to build a monument, whether it be a statue, a fountain, a building, a pillar, you know, whatever. Something that, you know, you would build or make to commemorate a special person or a special event or whatever. And because we're essentially celebrating our guild's first year anniversary, I thought it would be nice to have everyone that wanted to participate to construct a monument in relation to that, a monument that commemorates our 1 year anniversary. They can pick, maybe it's a special event they attended. We do a lot of role play events and the like. So maybe there was one that, you know, stuck out in their mind a little more than another. And oh, that's gonna be bad. Try that again. Just resize that slightly. There we go. Let's try that again. I'm making it so messy for myself. Trying to select the back one and it's not letting me do it. So let's see, I'll just copy this one. But anyway, well, there's a lot of events that I felt like were pretty special. Some of the more memorable ones were ones that I hosted myself, but I didn't want to like just focus on, you know, me. I wanted to kind of focus on somebody else, I guess is what I want to say. I think that's going to stick out on the side there. I don't know if that's a bothersome thing or not. Maybe if I let's see. I may have to turn this a bit. Anyway, try. So I tried thinking about what other kind of events or a particular person in the guild that's really had an impact on either my experience in WildStar or gameplay in general or something like that. And my guild leaders pretty much fits all of the bills, because up until I joined the guild, I felt like I was going to be doing like I did in WoW, where it was like I spent most of my time just soloing a bunch of stuff and really not engaging in any kind of guild type activities. And you know, Well, I know a lot of people enjoy soloing, and I do still do a lot of stuff by myself. It's still nice to have the opportunity to share, especially like special occasions like holiday events and things like that, with other people. And got like a little gap there still. Maybe if I bump this one up, see if that's sticking out. And I had been in a few guilds before. I joined one in beta, and tentatively we had planned to, continue on with our activities past beta, but due to various circumstances that didn't quite work out like we wanted. So when I hooked up with my current guild, it was a really nice thing for me, because I missed interacting with people. Because, I don't know, I'm not very sociable in real life, so it's kind of my way of, doesn't look right still, does it? This way. There we go. So anyway, I appreciated his willingness to take me in, even though I'm not super skilled at playing the game, and he's very forthright and fair, I guess, the best terms to use. He's very honest with us if things aren't going like they should be, or if things are, then he's very comfortable about being vocal about what things we're doing wrong, or what things we're doing good. Is 990. Anyway, there's been a lot of instances in the past year that he's kind of helped me appreciate the guild experience a little more than I used to. I've been in guilds before, like in WoW and older guilds here, and a few other games, and there's always so much internal drama that can really sour someone like me on wanting to even embark in getting into a guild. I tend to be pretty active as far as I like inventing things for the members, activities for them to do. And weirdly, I've been in situations where when I've done that, especially those in a kind of officer status, they tend to get a little I don't know, suspicious and aggressive towards me, because they feel like, I don't know, I guess they fear that I'm like looking to take their position or something. And really, I prefer not to have any kind of like authoritative responsibility. But I guess certain things of my personality rub other personalities the wrong way in that respect. And I've gotten into situations before where it just, I don't know, either something I say or how I express myself just gets misconstrued and it turns ugly. And I talked that over with my guild leader from the very beginning and explained, I don't care what goes on. If at all it looks like, that I'm super active and stuff, it's not an indication that I want an officer position of any sort. Of course, in our particular guild, we don't actually have officers. We just have the guild leader. He's the one that handles all of the major decisions. He does, take into account our opinions and such. He does do votes for things like, when it comes to like just things that would affect us all, like raid times and days and things like that. But generally speaking, when it comes to the final decision, that's his call. He doesn't have officers that he leans on as far as that goes. Trying to get these lined up the same here. Anyway, so I told him straight off that, you know, I'm not looking for any kind of position like that, but I do like to be involved as far as coming up with little activities for the guild. I've held my own role-playing events. I've done special holiday activities and things of that nature. And of course, I do like the CBDC. Mostly these days, I do housing-related stuff. I know we've got other housing fanatics in the guild, but I'm the one that kind of tends to try and come up with things to do in that. And I also do like screenshot contests in the forum, because I'm a big advocate for members being involved in the forum. So I try to do things in the forum that would encourage them to come and visit regularly and participate in those things. But I told him from the beginning I didn't want that kind of thing, and explained to him the reason behind that, because of the issues that I had had in past guilds with other people. And he's been very supportive of that. You know, one of the things he instigated is what he calls facilitators. They're the ones that organize events and things. It's completely voluntary, and the main responsibility of any is just to facilitate those activities that you're promoting. Like if you're a PvP facilitator, then you would be the one that guild members can go to if they want to organize some kind of a dueling event or some battleground runs and things like that. And I think he kind of halfway expected I might go to that extent at least, but I've kind of made it clear to him that I just don't want to have any kind of, even though the facilitators really aren't officers, giving someone a title kind of, it's like it already puts them above the others for me. And I'm sure a lot of newcomers to the guild might perceive it that way, that they have some kind of an extra clout kind of thing. And I just don't want that. I don't want that kind of label stuck to me. So he's been okay with me not like taking on a facilitator role. They joke about me being the housing facilitator because I'm so involved in it, but I just like having, you know, being one of the regular peons. That's okay for me. But all of that and other things that he's done and helped me with, like he's helped me with kind of better understanding my character skills that I have, helping me to set up certain things, helping me practice specific like when we had to do X89 in genetic archives, I was having trouble getting the hang of trying to save the platforms in that particular fight. I won't go too much into it in case you haven't gotten into it. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a mechanic there that you have to kind of be quick on your feet, and I was having trouble with that, and he kind of helped me practice. And it's those little things, for some people that don't mean a lot, but for me that means a big deal. So I plan to do some kind of a monument in honor of him. Now it's supposed to be a monument. I probably would have preferred to do like a portrait painting of some kind, and I may try and do something along those lines, not specifically of him, but I may try to do some paintings in here just to kind of see if it's possible. It's going to be pretty tough because a lot of things in the paintings you would want to sink into the walls, and you just don't have that thickness to allow that. But I'm going to see what I can come up with probably. But for him, I'm probably going to go with some kind of a statue. I don't know if I'll do something just kind of a play on his name. Like his last name is Thornbloom, so maybe I'll make a statue of a flower that would represent thorny bloom. I don't know, or I may try and go all out and try and actually do a statue of his character, which I think will be a whole lot trickier, but if I could pull it off to some extent, I guess that would be pretty cool. Just checking to see if this is positioned good. Again, I'm just kind of cleaning up the ceiling lines here. It feels odd to have the walls just kind of topped off there and having that gap between the ceiling. It's just like technically maybe there should actually be some support beams somewhere in here to support the roofing, but I think I'm gonna leave it. I mean, I could have cross beams this way and maybe a pillar in the middle here, but I feel like that would kind of block in this room, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna leave all of that kind of fancy architectural stuff to somebody else that better equipped at figuring out where you would actually place that or not. Just checking where this is positioned here. 492. Yeah. I'll get it here. There we go. I could tell this was a little off because it was sticking out here where it normally wouldn't. Again, if the noise of the cars are coming through, I apologize. That's just, if I didn't have the windows open, I would probably be suffocating right now. So it's either leave it window open or I don't stream today, and I would prefer to stream. So, you know, it's a small concession. Again, to get it to where it doesn't show the line through or do any kind of blinking, it's basically just sized down to fit inside the wall. Make sure we select the right piece. And for anyone that didn't catch yesterday's live stream from the WildStar Carbine team, they did give a little bit of information as far as that we probably won't be getting the community housing with the next content drop. I think that's the way I understood it. Let's see. Hard to see there because it's kind of dark. I'm trying to get this where it doesn't show that line there. Anyway, but that it's coming. So I guess we'll start hearing some more details about that as it becomes available. Okay, maybe then. Just thinking a little more so. possibly doesn't show through. And of course it shows through there. Okay, so I guess we need to show it on that side since it's over here, and then we'll do the same over here. Why is that one all nice and cozily hidden? Why is that different? Maybe it's the position of this. Awkward. Oh well, we'll leave it. We'll leave it be. It's not going to bug me too much, I don't think. I say that and it probably will later, but just ignore it. Ignore it for now. Anyway, back to the monument thing. Once I kind of get a better idea, I've got a few screenshots of him, of his character, I should say. And once I kind of have a better idea of how I might want to approach it, what kind of items I'm going to use, probably if it's going to be like a statue, I'm going to go with like stones, so that'd be like the floors and the probably more specifically tubes and like the swirly rocks and things like that. He's an Oran, so he's got some kind of funky like anime hair, so figure like the triangle pieces would work, kind of give that spiky look and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes, and if I figure out a better, like plan of attack, then what we'll do is I'll start streaming that build as well, and probably we'll just alternate between the two until I finish this one at least. So, give a little variety. But since I'm pretty unclear right now where I'm going with the monument thing, how I'm going to approach it and everything, I'm going to hold off on that for now. In case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm trying to make a paper towel holder. I don't know if you've ever seen those. I've seen it, not only a toilet paper thing, but also a paper towel roll. It'd probably be better if I could just use the one rather than trying to combine the two, but I'm gonna see if it works. If it looks kind of weird, then I'll pick it out. But it was an item that I thought, well, that might go well in the middle here, and, so we'll see how. This is what I meant by the window, having the colored part only on one side. Makes for good stool tops, tabletops. You could even make shelves out of them. But walking up on the countertop there. Okay, what size did I have? Oops. 35. Yeah, I tried to copy that so it'd be like right in the center, but because that toilet paper roll is kind of like an odd shape, I don't think it did it like I was wanting it to. Just try that again. See, with it short, it doesn't look right. It needs to be a tall, like roll. And then you need like, I don't know, some kind of, ideally it'd be like a wooden knob thing. Let's see what kind of bottles we got. Let's try this one. Hopefully I can kind of hide the bottle itself in the toilet paper rolls and just have the top piece showing, the little cork thing. That's not gonna work right. Maybe. Something like that. Still showing on that side. .9 will work. Trying to get it so that it looks straight, but the bottle's crooked itself, and that makes it awkward. Always something. There we go, something like that. I think it's all covered now. So I don't know if you've seen those kind of paper towels. There are the ones that it's vertical, and you have like the paper towel and the aluminum foil and the cling wrap and that kind of thing. But I thought just the simple toilet paper roll, you know, the paper towel roll. Let's move this that way. Now, I was thinking about window dressings again. I know I kind of said I probably wouldn't go with that, but I thought for the fun of it, we could try out a few ideas how one might do that. Excuse me. Oops, can't spell. Unfortunately, they're kind of inconsistent with like for instance, you've got the exile floors and the exile triangles. The textures are the same, the wood kind of thing, but like this is the granite floor, but instead of this pattern for the granite triangle, they've given it this pattern. So I originally thought I would go with the pattern that matches the floor and try and make some goofy gaudy curtains here, but because they were inconsistent as far as what these patterns match, I think they more went with the, I don't know what that's, I know the tubes and stuff of the ground style is like this, but it just seems weird that it doesn't match the walls, it doesn't match the floors, something totally separate. So it kind of bombs the idea that I had for that specific one. Kind of want something flat that I could use. Because like the pillows, they're fluffy and colorful, but they too are kind of awkwardly shaped. And if I sink them in to kind of hide like the tassels and stuff, or even some of the tassels themselves will kind of stick out oddly, like these would poke through and I don't know. I could try maybe the small green pillows, but I'm worried that I would probably have to use a lot of them. Now I have used Chua pillows as red drapes that I fashioned myself, rather than using the red drapes that you get straight off of the vendor. Partly because I think at the time I was short on Renown, and I'm pretty sure those cost Renown. Let's see. Yeah, they cost like 5,000 for the regular ones, and 2 gold for this. Now, these are open, but they have that extra goofy bit here, and I wanted to have like 2 of them side by side, you know, on either side of a door. And these would have worked better, but I didn't have the Renown at the time, so I just used some Chua pillows for that, and it kind of worked, I guess. But yeah, I was just don't have, you know, a lot of variety. If I had access and they were easy to get and what weren't from such a horrible housing challenge, I would probably get some of those like kitchen towels, the striped towel and the carrot towel or lop towel or whatever it's called. Get a bunch of those and fashion some curtains from that. Especially for this kitchen, I think that would be kind of cute. But since I don't have access to those readily, I don't know. Let's see what the green pillows do. I think it's just gonna look weird, but I don't mind playing around with it. Just, I don't know how many I'm gonna need, how big this should be, or anything like that. So. Let's see. So. Of course, that's like that. So trying to, oops, moved. See how the fatness just kind of, maybe if I sized it down a bit, wouldn't be so out there. Just going to kind of quickly line up a few here. And what we can do is just try several combinations of things to see how it might look. Let's see, maybe this one is. Trying to get like a tapered look, I guess. How it might be. I don't know. That looks weird, doesn't it? And this looks like way bigger than the other, even though it's supposed to be the same size. Funny. So maybe we need 5 across. Hold on. Let's say 0.65. Like I said, this might not work, but a lot of this is just experimenting, figuring out what you think might work, or just, you won't know until you give it a try. I'm trying to make it look like that's where it's knotted. You know how you see those, it's got the poof at the top, and then it's kind of got like a knotted bit, and then it's kind of flared out at the bottom. Maybe this needs to pick up even more, just to really emphasize the flaring there at the bottom. Kind of like that. And then again, keep in mind, whatever I do here, it's adding more doodads, more decor count. Let's see, that was what, 1, 2, 5 pieces for that. And then probably 3 more for the middle there. The invasion of the green pillows here. It would be nice if they add in some extra elements like this, just some basic stuff that you can manipulate a little easier than pillows and such, for example. Like just some, have some drapes, but not like have the bars or anything. And definitely have them come in different color varieties, designs, and things. Don't know if it's going to be enough with just the 3, but we'll try it. Okay, maybe too much. I need to move these around just a little bit to kind of even it up. So there's kind of a tricky window treatment. Still probably not quite right. But that gives you an idea of possibilities that you can kind of play around with. Let's knock this down to smaller. Same with this. What was that? 0.4. Try this one at 0.5. I really want to emphasize the flaring here. I don't know if that's really helping me, but anyway, something like that. Like I said, it's probably not really ideal. I'm just lining up the X's now to keep it straight. Kind of, sort of. And we'll probably go ahead and leave this one up just to kind of, a lot of times when I'm trying something new, I'll put it together and then I'll step away from it, do something else, and then come back and look, and if I still have doubts about it or I want to change it, then I do it then. I don't overhash it too much, especially with something kind of new and unusual like this. I'm pretty sure none of the pillows are sticking out the back. I'm going to look anyway just to be sure. Because again, you don't want them showing out here. And green is always good for a kitchen. Border, maybe. Maybe bring this one down a little bit. I don't know about that. I think it looks a little weird having it down. So, where was that again? 780. So we'll leave that for now. But again, that took 13 pieces just for the one trim. Now, if I had to try and mirror that, then it would be double for this particular window and then a repeat of that one. So, okay, let's see. Still pretty dark in here. I may have to figure out, add in another. I don't think I have any more of the hanging exile lamps. Oh, yeah, I got one. So, I'll put that here. What I'll do is I'll copy. Paste. Go. Like I'm planting these lanterns all over the place just to accommodate the dark. Looks like Mickey Mouse, a light. Anywho, on to the clock. What are we gonna do about this ugly clock? I really don't like it. So what I'm gonna see is another one of those round window things. Let's just flip this over here. Down a bit. Hey Max, not sure what you're talking about. Let's see. 3. Maybe if we can make our own clock, that would make me happier as far as how it looks. The chat's decided to go a little disruptive. Let's see. Then what I'll do is I'll shrink clock. Maybe I'll just clock all the work on my own. I really don't like the foreign one. Like I said, I want to kind of keep it custom built, so. I'm gonna look now to see if there's anything I can use for the arms. Probably do another one of the windows, but use it as the centered part. Something like so. And arms. Let me use arms. Could opt to use the pillars, but maybe it would be better to just use something else. While I'm at it, I'll drop off some of these pieces that I knew I was going to be using for like the shelves and stuff. And let's see. Just straighten this up. That's all right. Maybe look on one of the cabinets here. Would be all right. And pillows. I don't want to put paper pillows out anywhere. Ah, the silver pots. Put those over here. I'm just dropping off a lot of these things that I've crafted that I want to be sure and put out. Before I forget that they're there, and to do that. Table bench. I did want to see about putting in some flowers out here, so I'm just going to drop these off. And there's these here, I think. Okay, so we'll go back to them. So I usually do these like the sugar, flour, salt containers rather than just as the pots themselves. So what I do is I'll sear them. But you have a small, smaller, and smallest. to maybe. There we go. And then we'll bring that to. This one, hopefully first. And then. Something like that. Maybe for my sake, I'll center that in this particular little spot here. It doesn't have to be, just, I don't know, it feels better that way. Okay, for the tiki bar, I was thinking of using that as like a frame or some kind of a picture. Maybe just a different frame than a usual frame. That would probably work. So we'll line this up. And just rotate them. Oops. Try that again. Kind of get stuck in it. Okay. Try it this way. Object movement. This actually might be better as a clock face, maybe. I wonder. Now let's try that a bit. Again, this is just experimenting. If it doesn't work out like I want, then I can just switch it, remove it, try something else. Could have done the clock face kind of similar with the other build that I did with the beer lights, and I think it was the Ichthian landing pad, I think it was called. But I don't want to do something different. While it's okay to repeat a lot of the things you've done in the past, sometimes it's nice to just do something new. A really big clock. You might make a good tabletop or something if you want something a little fancy. Okay, the book, go ahead and lay it down, I guess. So, a little smaller, I guess. There we go. And let's see. Not sure if I want to do flower boxes on the side here or just some potted plants. To do the potted plants, I have to figure out what kind of pots. I could use a pre-potted plant and then just change the look of the top in the plants section. Yeah, something like one of these. I'll have to look at that one. Like that. One here. And one over here. Okay. Size that up a bit. And then bit. Now the main problem is having it poke through the wall there. I'm going to see if I can turn it in such a way that it's less likely to do that. If I have to, I'll pull out the base a little further from the wall so we don't have that problem. Yeah, like that. So what we'll do is really big plant. it's a little lopsided, so this way.